All right, guys, welcome to another week of us playing live on Twitch and answering your questions. This week we are lucky enough to have with us from the team Mitchell, the youngest member not only of the golf club team but of HB Studios. Right, Mitchell?
Yep, that's right. How's it going, guys?
Mitchell just turned 21 today.
No, what? I turned 22 on the 22nd of January. So.
Yes. I'm just giving. Yeah. So now Mitchell can drink. No, I'm just kidding. So Mitchell is one of our software engineers, another member of the golf club team. Mitchell, as I mentioned in the forum post, has worked extensively on the handicap system, on statistics and leaderboards, on some of the front-end UI, and you guys posted some questions that I'm going to ask him about that. Just to let you guys know, as we go through these questions, Mitchell's a programmer. Mitchell's a foot soldier. Mitchell is not the general. He does not make the decisions necessarily, although, of course, he has input like everybody else on the team. But as far as sort of what gets put in for stat design and stuff like that, those are questions that, and what gets prioritized. Those are Anthony questions, as you know, and Jordan questions from a design standpoint and that sort of thing. So we won't have the answers to all your questions, but we're going to have a lot of them. I'm going to try and answer some of your questions that just general questions that were in the forum thread this week, as well as we have some stuff to show off to you. We had some other stuff to show off to you that didn't work out at the last minute, unfortunately. We were going to show you some of the speed up turn-based multiplayer, but it's not in the build that we have loaded up right now, so I'm afraid that's going to have to wait. But we're going to play around on Biggin's recently released and now famous course, the Shakespeare Golf Club, Stratford-upon-Avon, England. Yeah. One of the maybe the longest names in the in the game right now. Yeah. Mitchell, you do have something to show us though, relative to, which is actually really exciting. I didn't know we were showing this today. Relative to loading up the course. Yeah.
So Rami, the tech lead on golf, has put something in. I didn't actually know about this myself until today. So Rami's made some changes to how course loading and course downloading works. So big courses like this course and I don't know, tons of other courses you guys make are going to be loading a lot faster. So I think we did a test on this one earlier, and it was like 10 seconds or something like that.
This course is fast. If I remember correctly, this course was taking a while. I can't quantify because I didn't time it, but it was one of those like 30 to 60 second load time courses, if I remember correctly.
And when the game was made, we weren't expecting courses to ever be this big, and especially with the release of the multi-plant tool. Courses have just gotten massively huge. I remember one of the courses, like sometimes when there was something that happened with a course that one of our members posted, who I won't name, but it ended up being like 3 or 4 times the largest course on our server, and it failed to post, so it was never published, but we had a copy of it locally, and it was just like, there was grasses literally everywhere. Everywhere had grasses, and I'm trying to remember what theme it was on, but it was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
And so we should have timed that or done something. I didn't even think about it, but it was pretty quick. Started talking.
People who have played this course will see while we were talking. You can go back and watch the video and see how much more quickly it loads. It loads significantly more quickly. This was a pretty resource heavy course for sure. So I think it went, correct me if I'm wrong, Mitchell, but we went from, our course sizes in the beginning were somewhere around 150K, 200, 300K, something like that.
Yeah.
And they have gotten up to a few megabytes at this point, which is...
Yeah, more than a few megabytes we're at. The course I was talking about earlier, the one that was absolutely massive, was over 100 megabytes for that course. Yeah, it was absolutely crazy.
I thought the biggest one we had at this point was like 6 megs. Well, we got
I'm not sure, because everything gets compressed. That was in its uncompressed form. So I'm not exactly sure how big it would be on the server. So I've added you here, and I'm going to put on turn order.
Into mine.
Or would you like to play with turn order, or are we going to play with
turn order?
All right.
If we're taking too long. So Mitchell, being the youngest, is I'm told one of the best at the game.
I'm not sure about that.
Not to give Anthony and John too much grief, but Mitchell, Anthony was telling me that you will give me a run for my money.
Yeah, I don't think I'm as good as. I don't get to play as much as John and Anthony do. I don't think I'm as good as them. But we'll see.
None of us get to play nearly as much. Like I don't. Yeah. I'm nowhere near as good as like the really good players in this game. Yeah. I lose. I've been playing some of the TGC Tour stuff, and I haven't even made the cut yet.
Yeah, I just started Q School January or February the other day. I haven't gotten to finish it yet, but so I'm going to take my drive here. I haven't gotten to finish it yet, but we'll see how I do in that. I haven't seriously taken a whack at one of these tours.
So you know what, Mitchell? I want to try and explain to people. We don't have it to show off right now, but people are asking about the tools. As you did the same thing I did. The tools that the tools that we're putting in the game to sort of speed up the turn order.
Yeah.
And so I think on your next shot, I'm going to try and explain to people the difference, or
sure.
Maybe on one of the shots here. All right. Oof. This is not going to be pretty. I can feel it already. So what we've done is we've given two additional options to what you see now, where it either removes the part of the shot. So as you guys know, when we do turn order, what happens is Mitchell takes a shot, it uploads that shot to the server, and then downloads it and replays it on my side. What we've done is given you an option to remove the part where Mitchell changes his club and his camera, so it goes right to the part where he takes a swing. Or if you want it even quicker, it removes the swing altogether and simply launches the ball the moment that is downloaded. And what it does is it takes a couple of seconds off of what it feels like the time you swing, the time you hear it when you're speaking live over voice chat. So when you watch our shots, imagine so you're watching Mitchell's feed. So my shot is the one that you see that's effectively using the turn order replay function. And when you see my shot, the part where I change clubs or move my aim left or right, that is the part that we're removing. It actually does. It cut down the turn order time by about 2 or 3 seconds, leaving me with about a 2 to 3 second delay. And that was, as I've said in the forums, through a VPN over 4,500 miles of internet. So
yeah, we're hoping it lowers the time a lot, because we think that was definitely a big part of that delay. I've just made a horrible shot off of the edge of the green here. It was absolutely terrible. I have an aversion to the chip shot that I haven't used it since they redid it, and I've never really used it, and so I'm not used to using it.
Maybe this might be a good opportunity for not to be presumptuous, but a lot of people have asked how they struggle with the chip shot, and it's actually a shot that I don't struggle with at all.
Okay.
And so, maybe it's your turn, right?
Yeah. Would you chip here?
Okay.
Would you chip here, or would you putt here? Do you think?
On the fringe, I would chip.
Yeah.
I chip off the fringe personally.
And that's why I don't chip. That was pretty bad. Here's your shot. So, sorry.
That's quite all right. So I don't have a chip here, but maybe I can.
Yeah.
Let's see here. 7 inches up puts me at 46 plus 3, 49.
That's one thing I don't do too. Is I never really do any of the math stuff when I'm playing golf. I know a lot of people do that stuff, but
Anthony doesn't either. I do it for the putting, where I add 1 for each inch up it is, and then I add 2 or 3 depending on how far away the hole is.
Okay.
All right, 49. These look like medium fast greens. That's not going to be hard enough. I could tell my backswing didn't come back fast enough. Oh, actually, that ended up being pretty right on speed-wise.
Oh yeah, that was a nice putt. Alright, let's see what I can actually, if I can actually make a respectable shot, so everyone doesn't think I'm a fool.
Alright, nice little 2-foot putt. Moving right along here.
So
that was a solid putt.
I'm not that terrible. I've just made a couple bad shots.
I was playing around on the Lunenburg course, which is a great course if you haven't had a chance to play it.
No, I haven't.
Made by Crazy Canuck 1985, I was playing absolutely great golf, and I got on. I can't remember what hole it was, but there was kind of a side, a sloped cup on the green, and I ended up getting an 11 on the hole. I think I 7 putted the hole or something ridiculous.
That's brutal.
It was awful. Oh my god, 13-mile-an-hour winds. This is a beautiful tee here, surrounded by some really pretty grasses and flowers.
This course is amazing. I haven't. I saw some of the. I haven't played it yet, but I saw the forum posts with the extensive descriptions of all the holes and everything. It just blows me away what you guys do. Absolutely crazy. We're just we're obviously super happy to have an amazing community.
Yeah, making amazing courses. I thought I would fly that bunker a little bit further.
Yeah, and the game is nothing without these courses too. You know, like we need this stuff. We need you guys.
So, Mitchell, while you're playing, I'm going to answer a couple of questions that are not necessarily Mitchell-specific.
Sure.
That were asked in the forums, one of which was about plans of doing something to support water hazards, OB, GUR. What is GUR? I should know what that is. And somebody, do you know what GUR is?
GUR? No, I don't.
No, neither do I. But, asking about planting yellow, red, blue, and white stakes, that sort of thing. So, we are planning on. We are already looking at out of bounds and drop ball stuff. I can't say right now specifically if that's going to include. Right in that bunker.
People in the.
If that's going to include, the specifically colored stakes and that sort of stuff. I think we would like to do that for sure. But we're working on out of bounds and drop balls. Hopefully, it won't be in this update for sure. This one that's coming in a couple of weeks. It may make it into the early May update, which is going to be roughly around the first week of May. I can't say that with certainty, but it very well might, and if not, I would guess maybe by the next one. But obviously, none of those are. My wishy-washy speech does not count as a time commitment, but I think that's kind of where we're at, just to give you guys an idea.
And people in the chat are saying it means ground under or green under repair or ground. Sorry, yeah, one of the two.
I should know that. Okay, this does not look good.
No, you're in a bit of a tough spot.
I came out of that okay though.
I have to say I like your shirt choice of your golfer.
Oh, you like that? I look for the Where's Waldo shirt. I look for the.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Myself, how can I make this work?
Oh, just a bit too hard on my putt. That's rough. That's interesting. Sorry.
Headhunter asked when the update is coming out. I think we've said this, but we have one coming that we're going to be submitting at the end of February. And then we have another one that should be coming out right around the first week of May. Oh my God, I can't believe I did that.
Oh, that's brutal.
I love when the winds are high like this, how you can see those big
trees.
Willow trees, big trees swaying in the wind.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. So I somehow managed a par. That's good.
Let's see, I need a chip shot here, don't I? Oh, you took honors there.
And that'll keep you.
Ooh, for me.
For the round.
Ha! Take that.
And your friend just bogeyed their last hole. Good news for you.
Get some wind going here. Stay long. Oh, stay out of the water. Oh my god. That was brutal.
Is that maybe the first water shot
on the stream?
On the stream. 14 miles an hour downright. That's pretty significant when you made me move my aim over. Do you play? I wasn't watching, by the way. Do you play with your reticle on?
I play with it off. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I play reticle off and ball trails off.
Me too. Did I hit a rock? I
don't
did
know.
hit a rock.
I hit
on a rock.
Oh, this will be interesting.
I went pretty far right there, man. You might.
All right.
Yeah.
195.
I'm just gonna play it safe. That's my I'm gonna play it very safe. I'd rather be in the trap than in the water.
Well, looks like this may be-
No, wait, I was about to- talking in your backswing. Poor golf etiquette.
That's alright. I've already shot now.
Yeltsman was asking about front end for specifically for console users, but he was asking specifically about where the choice of selection of courses are. Can some be made bigger because you can't see the course name for the four selected on the right? I'm assuming he's referring to the Metro tiles. But I'm sorry. I'm laughing at my golfer. Wait till you see my golfer's stance. So perfect. Here's a chip for you. This is not. Oh God. I'm sorry. Just wait till you see my golfer. This goes in the highlight reel.
He doesn't look weird on mine.
He doesn't?
No, he's just standing on top of the rock.
Mine is kneeling in the rock.
Okay. Oh, yep, there he goes. Oh,
Okay,
and then
so actually, here's that. So now I have a real chip. So this is how I play the chip. Okay, now everybody does it differently. But when I chip, I picked one club. I specifically use the 9-iron.
Okay.
But what I recommend to people is just to pick one club and use it, and then learn. And then I use the loft, the shot adjustment, right? So I figured out basically that with the 9-iron and a decent lie, that 81% with a full swing is about 8 yards roughly.
Okay.
92% with a full swing is about 12 yards, and then most of the time and then I adjust from there. So I'm going to play this. I'm in light rough. I have a little bit of a grass penalty here, so I'm going to play this with 81%, which is 8 yards, and I'll do a full swing, and it should end up somewhere near that pin. So, but I know like Anthony just uses a lob wedge.
Right.
Whatever it is, I recommend maybe using one club and then learning the distances for each club.
Learning that one club's distances.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
For chipping in particular, that's my suggestion to people for chipping, and I find that I can hit it very, very consistently that way.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be about 4 strokes back here, which is pretty brutal.
So anyway, Yeltsman was asking about, I think he's talking about the Metro tiles, making them larger. In general, I know we've had the question many times, specifically from console users, about making the UI more readable, making it larger, because it's easier to read on the PC, it's hard to read on the console. Any updates on where we are with working on that? Do you know where we are with working on that?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything or been assigned any tasks to do with that.
Can I assign you tasks right now? Can the community assign you tasks right now?
Generally, it kind of works. It's always a priority. So, I think, at least for production, I know I've been working on season mode stuff for the past, while. So, it's all about, I guess, what comes first. Oh, you clipped that tree.
Yeah, so piece of advice: if you're using the 3-wood trying to hit to the green, it doesn't clear the trees. But it doesn't include that big tree right there.
Yeah, I think I'll play it safe on this one. So yeah, I don't have a status update on that, and I'm not sure when we're getting to that, but I know it's something we want to look at for sure.
Here's a question from Imsdale about course mastery, and I actually don't know the answer to this question. He says he would like to know if you have done, or is there going to be something to encourage people to really master a course, as in course mastery, where you can get a course mastery trophy for a specific course after doing X number of rounds, or pars, birdies, up and downs, etc. And really like to see a good statistical page in the game for course mastery progress. I know we've talked about, Anthony and I have talked about course-specific, course-specific stats. Do you know if have you talked about anything specifically along those lines?
Not sure. I've talked about course-specific stats a fair bit, to do with the leaderboards and things like that, and people having more access to their statistics. I'm not sure when that is on the kind of schedule or where that lies in the priority, but I know we have been looking at, or we have looked at a few different options for how we could implement that. I know one of those was like simply having tracking more stats on a course by course basis, and telling you, informing you when you've broken a record or something like that. I'm not sure other than that, I guess. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay. I know that's something that that is sort of a, it's part of the list. It's the work in progress. It's definitely something we want to do.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if maybe I can. What shot is this for me? This is my third shot. 26 yards. I don't think I'm going to be able to chip that. So I'm going to go for a pitch. No, I undershot it, which I knew as soon as I took my swing. You got a little bit of a putt there.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes. These are usually, this is by far my weakness, is putting in this game.
Is it?
Yeah, I'd say so. Thought that was going to break a lot more.
Looks like somebody named John McCarthy was making comments in the Twitch chat about you getting wet.
That's great. Thanks, John. Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Up a foot. Oh, Biggins, what have you done to me? Oh, that's going to go sailing past the hole. I'm not playing well, Mitch. You definitely got a chance here. We're only 2 strokes apart right now.
Yeah, many holes left too. We got quite a ways to go.
This is such a beautiful, beautiful course. So I know
it's gorgeous.
People have been going crazy. This was Biggins' entry into Taste GW's most recent course design contest, which is something that I absolutely love that our community is doing. Els and is it Canuck, I think, are running a and if I'm wrong, I'm going to feel bad. But this is my shot. Sorry, they're running a par 3 course right now contest.
Okay.
Which I can't wait to see the results of that as well.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of in our game specifically par 3 courses, because I think it's I think those shots are, for me at least, they're a lot more challenging. Those tee shots.
I agree. I like par 3 courses a lot. I also like, I find that I like 9-hole courses a lot too. I think it's a great way to just get in a quick 15-minute round when you don't have a lot of time, and I appreciate really good 9-hole courses as well. And I think hopefully we'll be adding some more of those to our suggested list as well.
Yeah. See, Fusion.
Now, did you pick up a stroke on that one? You picked up 2 strokes on that one.
Did I? Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Because I'm going to stop talking at some point.
So Fusion Q has said in the chat, he says, looking at the global leaderboard on a handicap rated course will show your net score instead of your gross score. There should be a filter that you can toggle, Fusion, to get to the gross score if that's what you'd like to see. And it should tell you what filter you're on when you enter the screen. Just to answer that, I think, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know, and we'll put it in as a bug.
How frequently do you find, Mitchell, that people like ask you something about the game or something comes up and it's just not a particular piece of the game you've looked at in a while? At least I find this, and I have to actually boot up the game to go look at it to make sure that, or you've seen it in so many different versions over the course of the design of the game that it's hard to remember exactly what it is now.
I think that's one of the things. Yeah, definitely. You've seen so many iterations of the game, and everyone works on different parts of it, so it's often hard to keep track of what's changing or what has changed. Like that. So yeah, I'll see a question on the forums and the support or something like that, and I'll have to go check and verify that something went in or something changed.
Right. What you think the answer is actually what the answer is.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Always have to double check before I post a response. Did it stay out of the water? Yeah. Oh, that's a nice shot.
It did.
That's a beauty.
Yeah, I ended up pretty lucky. Fusion Q says, he said, yeah, we'll have your opponent's gross score, but your score will still be the net.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's actually
what you post in the bug forum is what he says, and yes,
that's my bug. So you can personally blame me for that happening, and I'll fix that probably today before I leave.
You get what other developer do you get actually coming on the Twitch stream and personally taking responsibility?
Yeah, yeah, that one's
specific bug.
That's my bad, guys. Sorry. Yeah, those leaderboards. Yeah. I don't really have anything else to say. I guess I'll take a look at it.
Ooh, I don't know. Again, this is just a beautiful view. This
Oh, I know.
You had a very similar view, but like this, the grass right in front of the water with just a touch of the flowers off to the right. Really gorgeous.
Every shot is gorgeous. You could. If you turned off the HUD and just took screenshots, it's an absolutely beautiful course.
I give it 10 seconds before somebody asks, so when are we going to get that feature to turn off the HUD? 31, 43, 44, okay. Looks like it's something to the right.
Tough HUD.
It's alright, I got this. No, that. No.
It's pretty good.
Oh, yeah, it ended up better than I thought it was going to.
Let's see if I can birdie this. Oh my god, okay, thank goodness. I thought that was going to be short for a second.
So another couple questions that aren't necessarily Mitchell for you, although you're welcome to jump in here. JW Fickett had asked, let me just get my putt in here. He had asked your thoughts or our thoughts, I'm not sure, on how course discovery and sorting can be improved. He said he remembered me saying this was something the team wanted to develop, and he thought it could be a huge element to improving the UI. Do you have your own specific thoughts on that you want to share?
I definitely think there's improvement that should happen. That system, the system right now ends up promoting courses that are, I find that courses are having a really hard time, it seems like, getting from, 30 or 40 plays up up above that, or even from 5 plays. So the courses that have been played a lot just continually get played more and more, and you don't see new courses up at the top of the charts almost ever. So we definitely need something, I agree, that would allow courses to get better exposed. And we try to promote some courses through the suggested filter that aren't necessarily already popular, but we have talked a lot about possibly doing something else.
Yeah, I think that, Anthony and I have been talking about this as well, and this is a particular area of passion for me. And I think that certainly, I think we're going to try and make the suggested courses a bit more robust.
Yeah.
To add more courses to it more frequently. I think we're going to play in the short term. I think we're going to hopefully play a little bit with the Metro tiles, the tiles that you see, and try and do a little more course promotion on those tiles.
Sure. Yeah.
And then certainly changing filters and adding filters is something that we're talking about on a regular basis, and how this is a frequent conversation, as you mentioned, as to how we can promote courses and get more courses out there for people to see. So Fickett also asked about how courses will be selected for the upcoming season mode. And that's kind of an easy answer, in that they will be selected based on whether or not we made them.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, nice shot.
Yeah, it was a lucky roll.
Yeah, that was a great roll. So the initial release of the seasons will all be HB official courses. I think there will be additional, and you'll have to unlock them in order. There will probably be additional seasons after that, where we will be highlighting user credit courses, although that's not set in stone right now. But for the initial release of the season mode, they will all be HB official courses, including any new courses to come with the new themes, which I can't talk about right now.
Yeah. Nice putt, or nice hole. By the way, you gained a shot there. Just gonna pull up the scorecard here. Yeah. Neck and neck.
Yeah, this is we've got a round going, don't we? Oh God. Okay, let's see. With the driver and a 10-mile-an-hour wind in my face. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's gonna happen. So let's go with the old 3-iron.
So Keith Callahan in the Twitch chat asked, how do courses make the suggested list? And the answer to that is
cash, right? It's money.
Yeah, it's absolutely just PayPal directly into my account. Just let me know in the forums, and yeah, it's great. No, typically it's someone on the dev team plays the course either at home or in the office, and says, "Hey, this is a really good course. We should put this on the suggested list." And that's about it.
Yep. Anthony and I were kicking around the idea, and this is, again, not a commitment, but we're kicking around the idea of trying to do it on, like I said, on a more consistent basis, maybe adding a couple courses per week kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know 100%. We're sort of working out some different ideas right now, but yeah, there's certainly, I have a list of courses that I would like to see added to the suggested list. And I think, God, again, this is a beautiful look. I'm just looking at your avatar and that view you have where you're shooting.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
My guess is it may probably end up on the suggested courses list.
Yeah, it's certainly in my mind it should be. It's absolutely gorgeous course.
And it plays very well as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'd also like to keep a cross section, just for folks out there, just so you know as you're considering it. We like to keep a cross section as well. We don't want the suggested to be filled with all hard courses or all easy courses, and so that's also important.
Yeah.
Wind is brutal, I tell you, brutal.
The other thing too is especially with the Metro interface for course selection. I know that the courses that are on that Metro selection get played so much more than any other course. I think that's a lot to do with anyone that's newer to the game or something like that coming in, they play those courses first before they ever go into the course selection list. So we usually try to keep at least, a couple of easier courses on there, or we try to make them so that they're not too difficult, I think. And I do a lot of work with the database stuff. So when we make courses suggested or official or anything like that, I'm usually the guy that does it. So I have a bit of knowledge around that stuff, but.
See if we can save.
And just pass the hole. Looks like you're outside of me, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Oh, that is terrible. Did you struggle when we adjusted the putting at all, or did you take to it pretty naturally?
No, I struggled. I struggled with it for sure. Yeah, I enjoy it. I like it better now, I think. But I've always had a hard time putting in this game, just because I don't do the mathy stuff. I think is pretty much why.
All right, 12
But-
footer here.
Plus, when we're testing, a lot of times we'll go into a course and take one shot and exit out, and rarely is that shot a putt.
Right.
Get in the hole. All right.
Nice little cut on that one. Well done. Okay, 4 over for the round.
Fusion Q is asking about any plans on increasing the grid to cover the whole green. I don't know about that. We've talked about that. Right now, the grid covers up to, I believe it's 25 grid squares, which is 75 feet of putt, which is a lot of putt. It does become an issue with performance, I think.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're going to go beyond 75 feet or not, to be completely candid. I mean, a couple people have asked that before. And when I last asked Anthony, it's not something that's high on our list. Let's put it that way. I'm not saying we will never do it, but it's not something that's high on our list.
We might
Now,
want.
what we might do, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say we might want to switch turn order off for a bit.
Yeah, I was thinking at hole 9 we would
Yeah. Just do the back
we'd do
nine.
9
normal.
holes. Yeah, nine turn base and 9 normal.
Cool.
Now, what we might do is I think I was talking with Anthony, we might try and move that grid so it doesn't, right now it centers the cut in the grid. We might try and move it so more of the grid is between you and the oh my god.
Yeah, that was bad.
You and the pin than it's behind the pin. It might be something that I think we're going to look at. And that would help with that issue that you're referring to about wanting the even longer putts to be covered. But it wasn't a great swing on my part either. Are you being harassed back there?
No, I'm just looking behind me, seeing if people are around in the office still. Just realizing it's what time is it? It's 3:30 or 4:30. Sorry, my watch is back an hour apparently. This is an interesting shot.
That might explain why you've been staying so late.
Yeah. Let's try. I'm really not liking this shot I have to make right now.
Rich Nut was asking, I'm assuming he's asking if you'll ever see your opponents stood watching on the green or elsewhere on the course. I'm guessing you're asking if you would actually see, if I would see Mitchell's avatar on the green. And I don't know the answer to that question. I don't think we've ever talked about that. It's an interesting idea. It'd be kind of interesting to see your avatar pull the pin and then stand off to the side a little bit.
That'd definitely be interesting. I'm falling apart right now. This is crazy.
What's funny though is, unfortunately for you, when we turn order off, then we're just watching you really.
Yeah, they're just gonna watch me be terrible. As for the people, the opponents standing around, I would. I don't do a lot of gameplay side stuff, but I have a feeling that would be a large amount of effort for.
I think it would be too, and it would also be probably. I don't know what the performance would be, but there would certainly be implications because you then have to render.
Yeah.
You have to render the avatar in this scene as well, but that's a question that's never come up yet.
Yeah. Something that gets looked at, and I mean I'm not production or anything, but just from being on the team, I know that gets looked at with everything is how much time is this going to take to implement? How many people want it? How many is this worth doing, or would the time be better spent on something else? And my goodness,
we talk about that a lot. I don't know that people realize how small the sort of core TGC team is, which is roughly about 5 people, right? Working on games?
Yeah, it's like five people right now, I think.
More or less. I mean, there are other people that come in and out to do work here and there, but the studio itself works on multiple games, and there's the team working actively on this game is roughly around 5 people, and so you really do have to budget.
Yeah.
You have to budget your time and your resources, and make some really hard decisions. I mean, the fact is that all of us would absolutely love to have all of the things that are on our list. That we don't.
Yeah.
I would say 99% of what's on what's requested by the users, or 95% of it, is not that oh no, we think that's terrible. It's that we have to prioritize.
Yeah.
Here's one for you, Mitchell, that Doily asked, and this is a good question. This came up in the forums recently. Doily is asking about whether or not people have talked about that they feel like when you're playing a par 3 hole, that it always registers as a fairway missed in terms of the stats, like in terms of the fairway and regulation stats.
Right.
Can
okay.
you speak to that?
Yeah. So that essentially par 3s are completely ignored as far as fairways and regulation, or they're not completely ignored. I'm sorry. They're completely ignored. That's right. So we model all of our stats after the way the USGA does them. So I remember looking at that at some point and making sure that is the case. So yeah. The answer is, as far as I am aware, and the last time I checked, it was working as intended by the USGA, which I believe is that, yeah.
They don't count.
They don't count negatively or positively. I think. No, the I think is on the USGA part, not the in-game part. I know that they don't count.
Right, I get it.
Count either way in game.
It's important that you clarify that, though.
Yeah.
This does not look good for me.
That's not a bad spot to be in.
Yeah, but I got like a 20 to 25%.
Waving to Ted above me here. He's looking down on me while he makes some coffee. What's that?
What up?
Yeah, I'm doing a stream.
Yes, I'm live on Twitch right now. Stop bothering me.
Sorry, you were going to say something there?
What about holes in one on putting courses? Like people that design just putting courses. Have we taken that into account?
Just putting courses?
Like a fairway and regulation standpoint, and.
That's a good question. So if the tee is essentially on the green, does that count as a fairway and regulation? If it's a par 3, then it uses. If it's less than a par 4, I don't remember if we allow lower than par 3 settings. But if it's less than a par 4, it does not count. So it uses whatever the par setting on the hole is. I'm not really sure how to make this shot properly. I'm not sure if I'm going to clear this. Did you clear that the trees?
No, I came short. I cleared the trees. Oh yeah.
Okay.
You're fine in terms of trees. You don't have any.
All right.
I just came up short of the green.
Oh, I forgot about the grass. Darn it. Oh, okay. Actually, I did well. Sorry, I'm really not very good at multitasking, like talking while I'm taking a shot.
It's not easy to play the game and talk. It's not easy. There's no question about it. I'll see, you ended up on the game. No, it's not an easy thing to do, and I've done it now 5 or 6 or 7 times, and it's not easy to do. Don't worry. After this, we'll turn off turn-based. Okay, let's see. 20 yards.
Oh, I just saw what the actual question was about cutting out stats from those putting courses. So they want those not to count towards their overall stats. Is that the idea?
Right. Yeah.
That's something we could look at doing. I'd have to talk to Anthony about it. I remember it being mentioned before. I'm trying to think about how difficult that would be, or if it would be difficult to implement that. Oh, nice chip. It's almost in there.
Almost in. There was another question on the forums, and I've never been part of discussions with this, so I'm not sure if we talked about this, but Big T asked if after a round, if we've talked about, could we show the scores of the people who scored similarly to you on the leaderboard, as opposed to automatically showing the top 10, meaning, if you placed 30th, show where you were between 20 and 30, as opposed to just showing the top 10. Have we talked about that at all?
I don't think we've talked about it, but that wouldn't be a hard thing to implement. Something I'd like to do for those leaderboards, that leaderboard specifically, is make it so that it's paged, so that you're able to just page through, as whatever, all the way through the leaderboard. If you want to, see who came 50th, you'd be able to do that. That's something.
Turn order.
Yeah, I will as well. That's something I'd like to do. It's certainly on my list of things I want to do when I get a chance. Which is,
Say that again. Page so you can. Sorry, I was messing around with turn order. Page so you can scroll over to see the different, like somebody in 50th place.
Yeah, so you'd have the ability. It's not something that we're committing to. Obviously, it's just something that personally I would like to set up, so that those panel leaderboards at the end of round, you can go see, any entry you want, really, just by paging through.
Oh, I see. You don't mean you mean the ones that like have the Metro screen look to it.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. Sorry, that's why I was confused, because I thought the ones that come up as lists already you can page through them.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
I was just about to wait for you to take your shot, then I realized that's not going to work.
I had a pretty decent second shot, actually. And
so
it's funny. I think I've said this before. I was saying it to John that I always play with John's commentary on because I actually enjoy it, and not. I didn't mean to say it like that. I enjoy it very much, as do many. And when we play, when I do these Twitch feeds, we have to turn them off.
Yeah.
Because obviously it would interfere with the Twitch feed, and I find that I can sort of hear John in my head talking about my swings as I'm playing, even when the commentary is not on.
Yeah, that definitely happens, and especially when I know everyone who's been on the stream has talked about how weird it is having him in the studio, but no, sorry, that came off the wrong way. How weird it is hearing his voice in the game and then turning around and hearing his voice again. It's
yes.
It can be a little bit on the, I guess, trippy.
Keith Callahan asked about buttons after the round that shows you more by the course designer. We have that now in pretty much every place except after the round, and that's definitely on the list to add.
Yeah.
You can look without it being in the course. You can look in the browser, that sort of thing, but we do want to add it to after the round, so you can look up more by designer after the round.
Yep.
I love hearing I actually like playing this way, not turn-based. I find it enjoyable to play where you see the balls, and I like when I hear you sink the ball on another hole, or when John does score updates, that sort of thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I enjoy it either way. The turn-based is fun. especially if you're just talking. I've played a few games turn-based with friends where it's just us on voice chat or something. That's very enjoyable.
And I went into the bunker off to the right, by the way. I hit after you, so you wouldn't see it because I didn't go as far as you either.
Just looking.
And I didn't make the green. The pressure's killing me.
Yeah, I over putted, so.
Yeah, I saw you sort of putt right in
that's
in my line.
I typically over putt, which is my problem, but.
You just looked out of that hole too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Sorry, it got very serious. We are actually I have 3 strokes on you right now, don't I?
Yeah, you're
Sorry.
pretty much ruining me now.
This is another beautiful, beautiful hole, par 3, 12th hole. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it's the amount of detail that goes into all these plants in the water and everything. It's just kind of showing everyone the hole.
I have to say, I'm really impressed with how quickly it loaded with all this planting too. I didn't even realize that was going in today.
Yeah, he's done some awesome stuff with it. I'm really happy. Did you go with the 6-iron on this? Did you club down?
Club down to 170 to what hits 170, 6-iron. Yes, I did. But I'm about 25 feet past the hole. So
okay. Yeah, you said that like right after I took my shot.
Of course, yes. Well,
no, it's not. It's not your fault. It's my fault. All right. Get in the hole. Oh. First time you play a course is oh, you can't rate courses in tours, right?
I like the look on your face. Maybe I'll just read the question, and then I don't know that I really can answer it.
Yeah, I should have thought if I could answer it first
before reading it out loud.
Yeah.
Wait, don't read it. Don't read it.
I never even realized that, but it's true.
It is true, and I know that is something that we have talked about as well, and we want to give people the ability to do that, obviously. I'm amazed. I don't know if you've noticed this, Mitchell, lately, but the amount of the percentage, the amount of posts as a percentage of the whole that has, in the last, I would say, probably month, moved into being specifically about new courses is just absolutely astounding. I can't keep up, and I know that probably everybody thinks that we're just constantly, that we get to play the game for a living, right? And as I'm sure you can imagine, it doesn't actually work that way. We don't all just sit around in front of the PlayStation and the Xbox playing the game against each other all day long, 8 hours a day. And as Mitchell was saying, frequently when we play it, we hop in, we play a hole or two. We're maybe testing a specific piece of the UI or a specific part of the swing. And so it's hard to keep up. And there are so many courses. There's 20 or more courses a week coming out just on our forums. High quality courses, not including all the ones that actually aren't on our forums to play. And it's really incredible, though, how many just amazing quality community courses are coming out right now. I absolutely love it.
It's nuts, and we love the community for it. I know I can't even come close to keeping up. I usually try to just hop on the forums and see what's the most popular course thread that's been going on, or who's ranked, or I'll go on TGC Tours and check that website and see what people are saying about courses there, because there's just so many.
Mitchell, I'm picking up strokes on you, buddy.
I know you are.
I know you are.
I know you are.
I can't wait to see what the designers do with the new themes that are coming. The one in this update, the one that's coming in the following update, and the new tools, including oh no, Biggins, you son of a. There's a little hidden brook there, not so hidden in case you didn't notice. You're gonna want to not hit into that.
Oh, you managed to get it into that little brook?
Yes. Oh my god, I might have done it again. No, this time I think I managed to stave off the brook. Yeah, the new tools, the new themes, the new fences, stairs, retaining walls.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what people do with retaining walls for sure.
Should make right next to me.
I'm trying to remember what course it is that has that 18th hole with. It's just got the round green. I don't get to watch.
Island green?
I'm sorry. Yeah, the island green.
Island green. Yeah.
Yeah, it's some PGA course or something like that. I can't remember it, but I'm excited to see a realistic
recreation.
Sorry, that's the word I'm looking for.
Okay, let's see here. You know, one of the things I really like about this course in particular is his use of the flowers and the way so many of the shots have this really interesting sort of little bit of color here and there.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
17th at Sawgrass. What someone's saying. Yeah, I think that's right.
Isn't it one of the ones at Pebble Beach also?
Yeah, probably. That sounds about right. I used to watch a lot.
Small. Sorry, Smalls is asking about the wind. Any news on the wind issue? Smalls, we might have the wind on the Twitch broadcast. I think you may have seen that recently the wind registered for our forums and has been participating in the conversation. And so we may actually have the wind on the Twitch broadcast at some point to discuss any issues that he may be having.
Yeah, I saw that post was hilarious. That was a pretty good. I was impressed.
It wasn't me, by the way. Because it wasn't me. Let's just be clear about that. That is not me. That is actually the wind.
I can verify that it was not Lauren as well.
This is I don't like this shot at all. This is God. You know, I hadn't played all 18 of this course prior to playing this. I'd only played about 9 holes, and I'm continuing to be astounded by the beauty and the assholery of the placement of the hazard. Sorry, Biggins. Sorry for the language. Totally inappropriate.
The assholery? There it was, waiting for your shot again. I gotta stop doing that. Just sitting here waiting for you to take
very
yours.
Creatively placed trees and other hazards that do a really good job of tempting you and then catching you if you get overly aggressive.
Darn.
Killing me.
Oh, beautiful shot out of the bunker for the eagle.
Really?
Yeah. Take a look at the replay if you'd like.
Let's check out the scorecard here and see where you are. Oh my God, you're within 2 now.
Yeah, you gained a couple, I think.
No, I lost a couple. You gained a couple.
Sorry. I meant. That's what I meant.
I had you by 6 strokes.
Yeah, that was probably the best shot I've ever made in this game. No, I made.
Well, you get us live on the Twitch feed.
That's it. I made a hole-in-one the other day, actually, on the weekend. I was playing, I think Stony something or other on in the Q School.
Stony Brook.
It's one of the first. It's one of the first things in the Q School this month, and I got a hole-in-one, and I was excited because it's the first actual hole-in-one that I got on live servers.
I I holed out from about 207 yards the other day.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Anthony and I were talking. One of the features that we intend to introduce at some point, I don't know when, is the ability to save favorite shots.
Yeah, that's something that we've talked about in the office a lot too, and that's something I'd really like to see.
Yeah, and I think it's something we will see for sure. It's just a matter of when. But I'm excited for that feature, for something like specifically like that. I mean, now on the PlayStation you can save your shot.
I was talking about Q School February, TGC Tours Q School.
Smalls is one of the purveyors of TGC.
Oh, is he? Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know.
I'm guessing he's asking like which one in particular is my guess.
Which one? Which platform?
No, I didn't know if like he meant. I'm not sure what he's asking. Maybe he can clarify for us.
I think there's only one Q School, maybe. I think it was on Steam, if that matters.
Beautiful 17th hole here.
Bye, Devin. Just waving goodbye to Devin. He was watching for a moment, so I don't know how this is gonna go.
Devin has not been on yet.
I tried to get Devin on here this week.
Oh, he'll come on.
Yeah. Part of the problem with, or part of the issue, not issue, I guess. Well, one of the things. No Stony course in Q School. I have no idea what course it was on. That it was just something like that. I don't. I'm not sure. I'll have to look and see that tour.
I knew I was gonna fly.
What am I doing? I'm not actually like taking my shot when I should be. Let's see if.
Yeah, Ramjet is commenting on. This is interesting because this came up recently in Ramjet, and I hadn't really given it much thought. I don't watch them a lot. He's commenting on replays need to be able to be viewed from different angles. Repeat of the original shot. He said is not that interesting. And somebody else brought up wanting to see more information on the replay, and like it never even occurred to me that you can't see the loft grid, you can't see the club selection. I honestly have never noticed that before, and so I think I haven't brought that up with Anthony yet, but I will Ramjet talk to him a little bit about seeing what we can do to spice up the replay feature a little bit.
You can't.
My guess is go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say you can't see club selection in replays.
I don't think it was. I think it's club selection you can't see, or it was something. It was something like that. It was club selection, or you definitely can't see the loft grid.
Yeah, I know you can't see the loft grid.
You either can't see the yardage or the club selection. I can't remember. Well, here, let's just.
Yeah, I'm doing it on mine as well here. I'm trying to.
We are in fact in the game, right?
Yes. Yes, you are correct. So you can't see the loft grid. You can see the club, and you know what? I don't know if you can see the club.
Okay, let's change shot.
Did I hit that with?
I'm looking at your putt. So.
Yeah, it shows club selection and whatnot.
So it shows.
I think it may not show the surface properly.
So you don't see the yardage to the hole.
Oh, okay.
And you don't see the right. So you see the total yardage of the hole, but not yardage to the hole from the shot.
Okay.
And you don't see the loft grid, so you can't really tell like what somebody's done. God, look at this. I never made it to this gorgeous 18th. What did you hit from here? Do you remember?
5-iron? No, not 5-iron. That doesn't even make sense.
You didn't. You're in the clubhouse somewhere.
Let me tell you, pitching wedge.
I hit the pitching wedge. So,
yeah, and it served me well. I think I lofted it a little bit, but.
That would have been funny if I would have listened to you and actually hit the 5-iron.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's some information missing in the replay and in the camera angles and that sort of thing. Anyway, sorry we kind of got off on a little tangent there, but that has been brought up recently, and I will bring that up with Anthony. It's honestly not something I've ever really noticed before because I don't frequently actually very infrequently do I watch replays.
Yeah. Me
You've
as well.
got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I just beat you, so there's that.
You just beat? Oh my god! I actually thought we were going to be tied. You did. You beat me. You beat me by a stroke. I came 5 over on this course, which is embarrassing. Not that the course isn't challenging, but strong work, my friend. You are now the first person to beat me live.
There we go.
You now earned yourself a replay, a rematch. You now basically you're going to have to come back on, like it or not.
What am I doing? I'm looking at global.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's it. I think we answered most of the questions in the Twitch feed, or in the as well as in the forums. We answer as many as we can. We will be back with another Twitch stream next week. I won't be on the stream because I won't be available, but somebody will be doing it, I believe. I don't know who. Maybe you, Mitchell. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know who's supposed to be on, but yeah.
But we will be back next week with another Twitch feed, and as I said, we're going to keep continuing to do these as long as we can. Hopefully, as I said, our intent is to submit this next update at the end of February, and so hopefully in the next coming couple of weeks we'll be able to showcase a few more of the changes that are coming up in the update. So thank you guys, as always, for being here. Make sure you continue to talk to us on our forums at HB Studios, and check out our dev diaries that we post weekly at thegolfclub.com. Of course, we're on Twitter and Facebook. And come back here weekly to ask us your questions and interact with us live. So thanks very much, and thanks, Mitchell, for coming on.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. And just to mention, that hole-in-one was on Copper Creek National, so that I was off on St. Stony. I just went and checked which course it was. It was on Copper Creek.
Nice.
Yeah, but thanks for having me.
You all can go pick it up.
Yeah. All right. Have a good night, guys.
Thanks, Mitchell.
Yep. Thank you.